99-cent only stores close all 371 locations over inflation and theft, okay? Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, again, my dad was a cashier at a 99-cent store in Inglewood, California, right next to Great Western Forum for 15 years. After more than 4 decades in business, discount retail chain 99-cent only will be shuttering all of its 371 stores across 4 states, citing unmanageable inflation and theft. According to company executives, the recent failure of 99-cent only can be traced back to a variety of factors, including lingering effects of the COVID lockdowns, as well as the struggling national economy and the explosion of retail theft. In industry terms, shrink refers to inventory lost to shoplifting. This is a different shrinkage that takes place. Fraud or administrative errors. In recent years, rates of retail theft, particularly in the form of flash mob robberies, have skyrocketed, costing major corporations millions of dollars per year. For example, in 2022, New York City retailers lost a combined total, Tom, $4.4 billion to theft, and similar trends were reflected in almost every major city in the country. So I want you to think about this. Rob, can you go to an inflation calculator, okay? If you go type in the company, just go to 99-cent only Wikipedia if you could. Go to 99-cent only Wikipedia. If you go to the Wikipedia, they got started in what year? I think it's 1982. Right there, you see it. It's right there, Rob. Yeah. Zoom in, 1982, they got started. Okay. So they got started in 1982. And imagine these guys with ideas. They come up and they say, hey, Vinny, Tom, Adam, Rob, and everybody else listening here. I got an idea. What if we start a concept when we name our company 99-cent only, which means all the products that we sell will be under 99 cents, okay? What a great idea, okay? Now, did somebody ever ask how long this concept could work because of this thing called inflation? Do you know what 99 cents in 1982 is today? Look at that right there, Vinny. $3.18. Wow. Okay? So the margins are going to keep getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. And now they came up with a new concept, which is what? What's the other one now? There's
Five Below, Dollar General.
Five Below. Well, Dollar Tree and stuff are still around.
Yeah, they're going to do their best to be around because some of these products they're buying it for 10 cents. Mm-hmm. So even if it's more than 3x, it's 30 cents. So there's still margin of 70 cents in it. But it's just a matter of time before this kind of a concept goes out of business. It's not sustainable. And it's quite frankly a very challenging business with all the small little things you got to buy and the theft and all this stuff. My dad, you know how many times my dad was held up at the 99-cent store when he was, but anyways, the point being, inflation is going to put this business model out of business but for a trend, a period, it could definitely work. Look at this here, by the way. Five Below operates 1,400 stores in 44 states, employing over 90,000 associates with 2 distribution centers. That's as of 2020, okay? 1,500 employees that they have. This is the Five Below. This will still be around for a couple more decades, few more decades. But eventually, inflation is going to put all these guys out of business.
But it sucks because once Biden came in, no joke, every dollar store went to $1.25. Every price changed. You know what I mean? And think about the people that, like, you know, the neighborhood that I lived in, North Hollywood, it was kind of ghetto. That place was packed with people that didn't have enough. Like, what are those people going to do now? You know what I mean? They got to go spend, for something that was 99 cents, they're going to go spend $4, $5 for something at Ralph's or another supermarket.
Tom, what do you say about it? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I was really upset to see this because, once again, bad policies have consequences, and the consequences usually lands right on the middle class of America or people that are using this. These stores are providing, access to goods in their community, and there's 371 of these stores there that are providing low-cost options to consumers who need them. And there's 3 things here. Inflation is absolutely correct, as PBD was talking about. But the first thing that happened when we went to lockdown, and you're not getting deliveries from 99-cent stores.
Yep.
When you go to lockdown, you hurt the people that had jobs at those stores. You hurt the owner of the stores. And then you turn the page and you go over what happened with inflation. And then with what started with the the riots that happened and concurrent with COVID, you then had this blue cities, I'm talking to you, who didn't enforce the proper law and order, and these mobs who come in and rob stores. We saw CVS, people coming in with these giant shopping bags, just sweeping stuff off the shelves. It happened in 99-cent stores. So when they're and by the way, The number PBD said, it was $4.4 billion that was lost to flash mobs
insane.
in New York City.
Yeah.
Just New York City.
Total. In all stores.
Yeah, in New York City.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if it's $4.4 billion in New York City, imagine what it is to the 99-cent store across, all these states. And so 99-cent store didn't go out of business because there's not a consumer. It didn't go out of business because it was not a good idea. It went out of business because they suffered shrinkage, which was policies of the cities not defending them. And then they had to hire security guards, and they got to put gates up, and they have all these things that increases cost. They were run out of business by bad policies by American leadership.
And by the way, how many you know how many people in the community? My dad worked at as a 99-cent store. Loved my dad. You know how many were like, hey David. One time I'm giving a talk, Tom, in Granada Hills at the office, and a lady comes. And I'm telling the story of my dad, I retired him, 99-cent store, Inglewood, right next to Great Western Farm, all this stuff. The lady's like, is your daddy's name David? I said, yeah, my dad is. Can you show me a picture of his? I showed a picture of my dad to this lady in the speech I'm giving. It's like 40 people in the audience. I'm selling the business. And she says, we haven't seen him for a while. We loved your dad. Everybody in the community used to come in and buy their stuff and do their things. But unfortunately, part of it is inflation, part of it is bad policies, part of it is the fact that these businesses no longer feel safe being in these communities. You don't need a 99-cent only store in Beverly Hills or in Highland Park or in whatever the richest parts of Miami or Palm Beach. The communities that need these types of stores need to protect them to make sure they can be profitable so they don't shut down. So whoever is upset that they're shutting down is because without profit, these guys cannot stick around. You want your businesses around you to make money or else they go out of business. Go ahead, Adam.
Well, the thing that I want to focus on is the theft and the robbery. Because you've told the story about how your father was stuck up how many times?
Many, many times. He wouldn't give the money. He would take out the Bible.
Wow.
Really? So funny. Talk to him when you go home today.
I will.
So you know how I always say follow the money? I mean, the famous quote, like when you're broke, you're desperate, you're stupid. These we have a 99-cent store, right over here in the public.
Not anymore.
Well,
used to.
They closed down in 4 different states. I think California, New York. I don't know the other 2 states. But just think about how desperate you have to be to rob a 99-cent store.
Yeah.
How much money is actually in the cash register? $200, $300. It's not like they got 10 grand sitting in there. The average bill is probably $10.
Yeah.
So, you're talking about poor people or people that are really, thrifty, trying to save that money. Who are just trying to get goods at low-priced items, and then there's some idiot comes in and robs the whole thing, ruins it for everybody. But again, the bad policies have these.
By the way, let me tell you a crazy number.
Yeah.
You ready? In 2017, what do you think 99-cent only's top-line revenue was? You're saying there's not a lot of money in it. In 2017, what do you think was 99 cents? They didn't have a couple $100. By the way, they made a lot of money.
No, across 1,000 stores.
For sure.
Each store is in printing money.
But we'll do the math right now. Let's take 1,000 stores. What do you think their top line revenue was?
For all companies?
No, top line revenue, 99-cent only in 2017.
In 2017?
$2 billion.
Rob, can you just type in 99-cent only? I don't want to
$2 billion, that was right? Was I right?
I was going to say $1 billion.
Okay.
Is it $2 billion?
So $2 billion was their revenue.
Top line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now check this out. The number, it's $2 billion and $60 million. You know what their net income was in 2017? $118 million, Tom, in net income.
5%.
That
may sound like a big number, ladies and gentlemen. That's 5%.
Yeah.
5.8%, right? So you're making $118 million in profits. Now take the $2 billion and divide it by 1,000 stores.
Is that how many stores there are?
Whatever the number.
Gotcha.
If we look at how many stores they got, let me look at this here. So $2 billion. At this point, when they closed down, they had how many? 371 locations?
In 4 states, though.
Okay. So let's do $2
probably
billion.
More than 1,000 states. Probably more than 1,000.
Well, America doesn't have more than 1,000 states, but it only has 50 states. Now this becomes the view. So go read the cicadas. How many states we have in America? If you take if it's
371
if you take $2 billion and you divide it by 1,000 stores, it's $2 million a year. $2 million a year, yeah, that's still $166,000 a month.
5% of that.
That's $166,000 a month. That's still $5,500 a day. 50. That's still that's
just another day.
Just another day without you, Adam.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.